Welcome back to another episode of Technical Analysis, everybody. In this video, we are going to take a look at the MVRV, the market value divided by realized value data. For you to reach this data, we are going to be today using another platform because this is a, on-chain metric data that we can actually, try to determine the inflection points on top of the price and as well the inflection points for a trend reversal. So we're going to take a look at this data. We're going to try to understand this data. And if this series is already something that you are enjoying and you want to learn more about, then make sure to click that like button and share it with your friends and family and the people that you know so that they can learn this important information as well. And let me know as well down in the comment section, and why don't we straight up jump into it. So the first thing that we are going to do is that we are going to go into this website called coinmetrics.io, and then we're going to click on the charts. We're going to click on the network data, and then we are going to select this MVRV data. There are other ways to reach this data as well. Some people use CryptoQuant to reach this data, so we're going to use that one as well. But I want you guys to, for now, pay attention to the simplest form, and you can reach this for free as well on the CoinMetrics website over here. So let's click on the metrics. Let's click on the MVRV, which is going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th one from the top. Just click that one, uncheck this one so that we can just see this data. So as you guys can see, it is starting from 140 and it's just going down over here. So what we need to do right now is that we are going to unmark that area, and let's just see this part of the chart. So what you can clearly see is that we are going down, we are going up, down, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels over here. The most important level that I would say is going to be that 1 level, and anywhere below 1 level is going to be our accumulation area. So to detail this indicator, I want to be using the CryptoQuant's website over here, where we can easily see this data a lot easier. But for now, if you want to use the free version of it, one thing that I would say is the below 1 area is the buy location. And as well for the moving average, 200-day moving average, you can see the inflection points where we can potentially turn into a bear market. So let's take a look at this MVRV data over here on top of my chart. So as you guys can see, we have the MVRV over here. It's the same data. And now I can add actually indicators on top of this data as well. And why don't we get the Bitcoin's price action over here as well, so we can clearly see the correlation between these two indicators. So one thing that I like to use on top of this metric is going to be this. As you guys can see, we have the 200-day moving average, the 30-day moving average, and the 90-day moving average. The most important moving average is going to be the 200-day moving average, which tells us that potentially we can be going into a downtrend. So as you guys can notice over here, the 200-day moving average started going down over here. Let me make that a little bit clear for you so you guys can all see it. So let's basically remove the 30-day and then the other one as well, so that you guys can easily see this data point. Make it a little bit thicker over here. Boom. So this data over here is the same thing as this one, 200-day moving average. And what this tells us is, by looking at this, it is isolating between this area, to here, to here, to here, to here, and basically here that we are just sitting at, which is the exact level that we were at. And as soon as this turned downwards, that tells me there is a potential downtrend like this that we saw back in 2017, or potential move like this, right? Double top scenario. And if you look back, it's a really great indicator, and I love to use this indicator because it tells me the buy locations, just like over here, or over here for the long run. So let's take a look at the MVRV by itself. And one thing that you would notice is that you can do TA on top of it as well. So what this formation that we broke down over here was signifying us that maybe at this price level over here that we were sitting at as we broke down, right? So let's look back at the price. What did happen at this levels over here? The price started breaking down as well. You can clearly see it. So that is a really important thing to take a look at, the price movements on top of this indicator, on top of this data point. and as well the RSI, the MACD, and all these other indicators that we talk about on this technical analysis educational series. So make sure to watch out those videos as well and do a TA on top of this, the technical analysis on top of this, to give you that edge and try to understand where this thing could be moving into. And it's a really, really great tool. What you will notice over here is, in fact, is going to be if we are below one level, just like we saw over here, the price is usually in a great accumulation area. So let's take a look at where we were sitting at over here when we went below that one. So starting from around, if you take a look, $5,000 to all the way down to $3,000, that was our accumulation area below one. And as soon as we started putting in W's over here, we skyrocketed. Let's look back into this example over here. We went below one again, and as soon as we put in that W formation, we were able to buy the Bitcoins around $5,700 area. And those are the inflection points where we usually like to bottom on Bitcoin. And if you take a look at this data as well, we are seeing the same exact thing. And for the time being, what we are seeing is, as you guys can notice, is a bullish divergence clearly. So we really need that rally to be coming in over here. It seems like as long as we can see those W's, it will be a great signal. We are not seeing it yet, so we can M out easily. But if we can W over here, then that will be a clear bullish signal. So to sum up everything, the 200-day moving average on the MVRV data is, if it is sloping upwards, then it is a bullish uptrend signal. If it is sloping downwards, it's a bearish signal. And as well, any kind of formation or breakout setup on the MVRV data, or a divergence setup on the RSI MACD or something like that on top of this data, the MVRV data is going to be giving you that edge as well. So just make sure to find something that you are comfortable with using and build setups on top of it, test it out. But for me, usually I like it. I like to use it to try to figure out those inflection points. Like for example, over here, as you guys can clearly see, this was able to tell us that, hey, we are really overbought over here, right? Around these areas. As you can see, this was the top, this was the top over there. Is this a buy location? Sure, because we are really close to that one level. And usually, if you take a look at the 2013 price action over here, one thing that you see is that back in 2013, end of 2013, we see that other impulsive move, and we were able to bottom around these areas. And as soon as we bottom, we saw this, and we were sitting over here. Guess what? We are sitting at that exact same level over here, around 1.31 to 1.51. You can clearly see it. So let's take a look. 1.51, right? It's going to be somewhere over here, right there. 1.31. 1.51 actually. So let's mark that over here so you can see it. So this was a 2013 bottom on this metric, right? So it's going to be somewhere over here, it seems like. But we are really still close with it. Like if you take a look at this data, we are sitting at 1.55. So clearly between these areas is going to be really important. And another area is going to be here. And if you look back, yeah, I mean, 1.50 is even a good location for a double top scenario, right? So what this is telling us is, in fact, if you take a look at this one as well, if you want actually retracement on this data, what you clearly see is that this is the buy location over here, right? 61.8 to 786. So these are the areas that we broke up initially. So this is the exact location where you need to be looking for a setup for the upside. Is there any setup over here? Then that's another question. If you do not know how to read the RSI indicator, then you can take a look at that video over here on this channel. But as you can clearly see, we broke above the RSI. Now we need to go above 50 again, and we haven't done that. But if we do that, then this will be an uptrend again. And that's all I gotta say for this video, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section. Let me know what are the other videos that you'll be interested in, and I will see you on another episode. Take it easy for now, everybody.